Hello, ladies and gents, Hagbard Celine here on another beautiful afternoon, and I have before me a video from the University of Kentucky. Ironically, it appears that the University of Kentucky is having a little bit of a problem with their engagement rates with their women's studies classes. I know, shocking, right? So, in response, they have issued this advertisement upon which they are trying to expound upon the glorious, glorious results of getting your gender studies degree. This advertisement was titled, "Why Major in Gender Studies?" Why, indeed. All jokes aside, this appears to have been produced by the actual university, so I feel it is my duty to expose my audience to a little bit more of this cancer. Let's watch, shall we?
Gender and women's studies? Dude, that's just for women.
Yeah, that's just like an ugly stereotype, because I'm a dude, bro, and that's not like an ugly stereotype.
Aren't they just a bunch of man-hating bra burners?
Not all of them are man-hating bra burners, just the overwhelming majority.
Sounds interesting, darling.
But what will you do with that degree?
Oh, come on, that's just being unfair. She's got lots of opportunities. Things like barista, cashier. If she's lucky and hits it big, she might even work at a bank.
And there, in a nutshell, are three of the most common misconceptions about gender and women's studies.
Are they misconceptions if they're generally accurate?
Are we just for women? Not by a long shot.
I should just for fun like to note right now that these are stock photos, because at the end we're going to see who actually makes up their gender studies department. And I assure you, it's not nearly as diverse.
Not only do we offer courses specifically about men and masculinity.
Oh boy, yo, and I bet those are all about empowerment too, right? Or are they more like those understanding whiteness courses they held at the U of O?
But every course we teach deals with issues of concern to both women and men. We are, as our name indicates, a gender studies department.
Convenient to leave out the emphasis on women. What are you doing, erasing the female identity? Jesus, you shitlords.
Gender can take a dazzling variety of forms across time and culture.
A fact currently being exaggerated and also entirely irrelevant to modern society.
And one of our goals is to study that diversity. But everyone, men, women, and those who identify as neither or both.
Does the individual photographed identify as neither or both, or is this a weird kind of pictorial slander?
Lives within some system of gender.
Yeah, that fucking systemic genderization's everywhere. How are we supposed to survive in such a world?
This has a tremendous impact on our everyday experience, from birth to old age. Are we here to tell you to wipe off your makeup and burn your bra? Hardly.
But
you will learn about how those stereotypes of feminists got started.
There it is.
And what women's movements all over the world have really been about.
Turning over those preconceived notions you have about feminism.
You will also learn about popular culture, mass media, and the role that they play in shaping our ideas about beauty, fitness, masculinity, femininity, and sexuality.
Well, considering the fact that the vast majority of the things you're discussing there have a very strong basis in evolutionary biology and other forms of biological measure, I find it very difficult to believe that mass media has that large of an effect per se, as opposed to an expression of the natural urges already existent in human beings. But go on, I'm sure you know best.
And you'll study this from the perspectives of global movements, as well as events in your own backyard.
To help reinforce the bizarre idea that you're part of some sort of universal change that's occurring globally.
Is a GWS degree a frill and of no use in the real world?
Yes.
That's the biggest misconception of all. As the success of past majors shows, a degree in GWS can lead to an amazing range of careers in law, public policy, journalism, education, consumer protection, violence prevention, environmental sustainability, and more. There's really no career that a GWS degree can't lead to.
This is one of these moments in advertising where they're being technically accurate while denying the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation is as follows. Any 4-year degree technically opens you up to almost all of the fields listed. However, specifying in a field allows you to further your education in a way that would be helpful to any of those industries. Whereas right now, all you're doing is being hired for technical competence insofar as they are fairly confident you can keep your head straight and together for 4+ years to get the degree. It does not mean that you are actually qualified for these jobs. Trust me, I've seen these people. They're not qualified for these jobs.
A big reason why GWS can be of such value to you after you graduate is that our degree is both interdisciplinary and transnational.
Beware these social sciences courses that claim to be interdisciplinary. What they mean is you're going to take level 1 survey courses of 7 or 8 different fields of study and then be presumed to have a working knowledge of these fields of study and how they interact with each other, which is delusional nonsense. Whereas, so far as I can tell, transnational is just a buzzword to mean globally intersectional. It just means that instead of studying women, you study women in Southeast Asia. Or instead of studying African Americans, you study Africans in the diaspora of Africa. Or any of these other issues, only you specifically study them geographically based on some other region. It's kind of arbitrary, asinine, and further makes it completely inapplicable to the real world. Unless you intend to do some form of international humanitarian work or Doctors Without Borders or some such thing, which, so far as I can tell, I've never met one of these people that actually does anything like that, so.
That diversity allows us to offer courses that make use of the best methods from both humanities and the social sciences, something that few other programs can offer.
Mind you, they keep pushing the idea of this diversity ideal, the fact that it's for men, the fact that it focuses on non-white studies or LGBT and race and racism and all these other things, and then we'll see the end spiel where we see the actual staff and students of this program, and let's just say it's not nearly as diverse as you'd like.
Our faculty is diverse as well, and their expertise covers a range of vital contemporary and historical topics, like sexuality, race and racism, violence, political movements, health, science and medicine, religion, bodies and body image, popular culture, and economic disparities.
Again, a super diverse staff, a very diverse range of issues. Sure, yeah, let's see this group.
We are relatively small, so you can count on personal interaction with passionate professors with nationally recognized expertise. GWS is a broad field, and we take pride in that breadth. But we also take delight in our closeness as a community, and the opportunities to work, faculty and students alike, in collaborative, fun, personally engaging ways. Come join us. Come get gender.
No, thank you. You've made it sound like a disease there, and I'd prefer not to catch whatever it is you're describing there as gender. I'll pass, thank you. Also, you may want to be expecting an incoming lawsuit from the A&E Corporation. That's it for me, ladies and gents. I hope you've had fun today with this little video, and I sincerely hope that this department was shut down at this college, as it probably should be across all college campuses, because it's useless. It's a useless degree for useless people that are just going to go on and use this as an excuse to whinge about the wage gap while simultaneously contributing to it by getting this degree. Thanks, everyone. I hope you've had fun. I'll see you next week, and be sure to check in on the Nightmare Fuel podcast. Stay safe out there, good luck, and goodbye.